At Genesee Valley, we'll have Flint's reaction to Flint. That's coming up.
Empty open. Stand by with the graphics. Lose it. Bring up the killer graphics. Cue the effect. Stand by. Cue up.
If you could you move out of Flint and live somewhere else?
Yes, I would. I live in a bad part of Flint. A lot of crack houses around our house, drive-by shootings. A young boy was killed at a restaurant a half a block from our home. Yes, I would. I have a little girl. I would like to take her out of the city.
Would you move out of Flint if you had the opportunity to?
Not necessarily, no. The only place I would move to is Washington. Other than that, I want to stay in Flint all my life.
Would you move out of Flint and live somewhere else?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yes, I will.
I would move out of Flint, yeah.
You would move out of Flint if you could?
That's my basic concern right now. You know, I plan on doing that in the near future.
Would you live somewhere other than Flint?
Sure would.
Would you move out of Flint and live somewhere else if you could?
No. No, I'd stay here.
This is a nice place. You know, we just got to clean it up, and it's a nice place. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I like it.
I wish that people in Flint liked Flint better, so they'd want to stay. And if people liked Flint better, then they'd want to improve it. And
The future of Flint. That's the topic today on Hometown Magazine. My name is Michael Kelly, and I'm your guest, or your host tonight. And our guest is Mark Davis, who is the executive director of GEAR, which is an acronym using the usual automotive style. And GEAR stands for Genesee Economic Area Revitalization, which is something that we've heard about for years, the revitalization of Flint's economy. Mark, why don't you tell us a little bit about how GEAR came into existence and what your purpose is?
I think it's clear that in the past decade or so that the economic development programs that were tried here didn't work very well. There were mostly private sector and public sector separate activities. GEAR is a bit unique in that we have public and private sector folks working together, with the dominance being by the private sector. I really think it's the first, hopefully very candid economic development program that we as a community have had. We try to do three things. It's really quite simple. We want to keep here who's here. It's called retention and expansion. The second thing is let's encourage entrepreneurship and small business and take care of small companies that want to grow here. And third, attraction. I would submit that if we're candid, we can recognize that it's a tough job to attract companies from the outside. Perceptions of our community sometimes being reality when it comes to trying to attract folks. So I think we have a lot of positive attributes and we can tell that story effectively. But let's work on keeping folks here. Let's keep folks that want to start companies here interested in starting here. And then third should be attraction.
Okay, now you've heard some of the comments that we got from people we talked to out at Genesee Valley. And they reflected something that Robin Widgery found in a report that he did a few months ago, which indicated that there was a large dissatisfaction with the area on the part of the people who live here. I think, if I recall, Widgery's report showed something like 60% of the people in the county would move if they could. It seems as though we have quite a job of retention on our own people, let alone our own businesses.
And you stated that effectively, I think. Let's remember polling, though. The question said, if you could, in other words, you had all the monetary capability, it was easy to do and so forth. It's really not that easy. I think most people, the majority of people, the vast majority of people will choose to stay. The question, I think, is a little bit almost misleading. The design of it is, in testing terms, maybe a little loose. But there's no question that the economic problems here, the perceptions of social polarization, whether it's racial, whether it's socioeconomic class sorts of things, those are real problems. And I think that an economic development program must reflect those. I mean, we must understand the real world, the complex world, and start from there.